Hi Jane, this is Demetrius Spates here. So this is a quick video I told you I'd put together for you. Just really kind of give you a better explanation of what I do and how I do it. And so what I did is I typed in Pilates Oakland, CA, and you'll notice at the top of the page there is Reaction Pilates here. They're running some ads, right? They look like they have a 2-week trial going on. And then just below that, who's this? Tribe is also running an ad here, but this is known as the Map Pack, right? And this is some prime real estate. About 70% of people that are searching for any particular service, in this case Pilates, generally stop in the Map Pack. So if your business is listed in this space, it's a highly percentage that you will get that either phone call or inquiry through your website or contact form on your website if you have one, right? And so I'm going to talk about this for a moment because there's a reason that these businesses are here. And aside from just having a Google listing, which I noticed you did, they have it fully optimized, which means they have a good business description, integrating some keywords, hours of service, phone number, and in this case, only one here has a website that they've listed with their Google listing, but then also reviews, right? Reviews are important because they give social proof, right? In this day and age, people want that social proof to see that you're vetted, basically, and that you offer a good service, but also citations are what allow you to show up in this map pack. And so citations are anywhere that your name, address, and phone number show up on the web. And there's thousands of places you can do that, but most businesses usually only stop at 20 to 30 citations. And so the more places that we can get our name, address, and phone number out on the web, the better chances you have of showing up in this map pack and again gaining those calls or inquiries through your website. And so remember those citations: name, address, and phone number. And I'm going to keep scrolling down here, and we come to the organic listings. And organic listings are web pages that have ranked using SEO, search engine optimization, right? And so of these three businesses that showed in the map pack, only one was actually on the first page for organic, and it was Precision Point, which they were right here. Here they are, right? So about halfway down on the first page. And the thing with Google is it's really an open book test, right? And it will show you what needs to be done to either compete or start dominating in the markets that you want to compete in. And so here we have Montclair Village Pilates, and so I'm going to take a look at them because they're as far as organic, they're at the top here next to Yelp. And Google likes to rank local businesses, right? They'd rather rank a local business over Yelp, but these guys just haven't done enough to take that top spot. But as far as your local market, these guys are doing the best as far as organic search goes. And success leaves clues. So let's take a peek at what they're doing. So on their website, they have not a whole lot that really catches my eye right off the bat. Generally, you want to have a call to action right above or at the header, right? So that's click the call button or something like that, right? That kind of gets the thing moving. The next thing is content. Content roughly makes up for about half of ranking a web page, right? And so so these guys don't really have a ton of content. And their photos are a little blurry, right? So I mean that we can get into this top spot. I wouldn't say relatively easy, but it's definitely doable, right? Photos are huge, but again, like I said, you want content or organic, authoritative content, right? And you want to integrate the keywords that you want to rank for. And so so I'll go and take a peek here. This is a tool that I use called Ahrefs, and it gives a snapshot of a specific web page. And I dug a little deeper and found some of the keywords that Montclair Village Pilates is ranking for. And so you'll notice here at the top, Pilates Oakland, CA is one of them, right? Gets roughly 40 searches a month. For them being in that, they're in the top position, they're getting 13 hits of traffic a month to their site just for that one particular keyword. So what you do is you start, looking at these different keywords: Pilates Oakland, Pilates in Oakland, Oakland Pilates, right? And you start combining the total volume of all those keywords. And in the top position, you'll gain roughly 30% or so of the traffic just for those particular keywords. So there's some opportunity there, right, to grow your practice just based off of that alone, right? Between the map pack and ranking organically, right? You can generate a fair share of business, and businesses that are in this space do so month after month after month, right? So going back here, what does that? I'm not sure, how much capacity you have for your practice currently, but what does that look like, right? Potentially, if you're generating, say another 30 to 50 or 70 even inquiries a month for people to want to come in and do Pilates at your studio, right? What does that look like to your bottom line? And so the next step I want to talk about is I want to take a peek at your site here, and I notice you also don't have a call to action. I notice you have a contact here, but it's not the same, right? Most people are looking at search through mobile devices and not a desktop or a laptop, right? And so to be able to have a click the call button is huge, because I already know if I'm looking for Pilates studios, right, I'm already interested in the service, but I need to know how to get a hold of you. And so if I'm having a hard time getting a hold of you, I'm going to go on to the competition, right? And so making it easier for people to navigate your website and get a hold of you is going to be in your best interest, right? And so as we scroll down again, I notice not a ton of content. I notice there's some interlinking that goes to some other pages and whatnot, right? And then we have some contact info at the bottom of the page, which is great. But we also want to get this contact info, especially phone number, at the top of the page, right in this header here, somewhere up here, right? And then also adding content. And then last but least is backlinks. And backlinks are essentially votes to your site, but not all votes are created equal. So here we're taking a look at Montclair Village Pilates webpage and their overall ranking. And it's decent, but again, like I said earlier, it's something that we could get into and start dominating this market if you so choose. And so, talking about backlinks here, right? Of 383 backlinks, only 34 of those are actually sending votes to their site. And the best way to explain backlinks is the more relevant they are, generally the more votes they will send back to your site. So for example, if you are linking to a blog or another Pilates studio that's in a more competitive area, right? Say Los Angeles or Dallas or Miami or Manhattan, right? You're going to get more votes back to your site than if you were linking to, say, Pizza Hut, right? Because you're not in the business of selling pizzas, right? You're in the business of Pilates, right? And so the more relevant links that we can get to your site, it's going to send some juice back to you, and it's going to help move you up the rankings. And the biggest indicator of that is through these here, the UR and DR, which ultimately signify the trust flow of your site, right? Trust flow and citation flow. So citation flow, again, remember, it's a name, address, phone number. But then trust flow is the authoritativeness of the links that you're getting and of your website in general, right? And also that helps drive traffic, right? And so you see the quality here. These guys are lacking a little bit, and it's reflective in the traffic that they're getting. And so even that, right, they're still able to show up in, one of the top spots for search. And so roughly right now they're getting about 60 hits of traffic a month. And the value here is somewhat of a non-factor. But what really matters is this traffic, right? Because if they're getting 60 hits of traffic a month, let's say you're converting, 20 or 30% of those, even 50%, right? What does that look like to your business? And so let's take a peek here at your webpage, right? And so we have a little bit of work to do, right? It's not terrible, but there's some work to do, right? So these guys had 383 backlinks. You have 53, and they had 34 referring domains, in which you have 11, right? And so that's good in that we've already got the juice moving, right? But we need to get it to where you're on the first page, and preferably in the top, 3 or 4, so that you can start competing with these guys and start generating some traffic, right? Because from traffic, generates to opportunity for sales. And so really the big takeaways for this are, for the map pack, we want citations, right? So name, address, and phone number all over the web. And then for the website, we want to add some content, and we can talk about ways on how to do that. So so it doesn't kind of skew the image that you want to portray, right? And do it tactfully. And then last but not least, probably the most important is backlinks, right? So votes to your site, right? So citations, content, and backlinks. If you want to move forward and would like to know more, please just give me a call, 541-408-2206, or just reply to the email that I send you this video from, and we can schedule a time to talk and have a meeting and get together and talk about next steps. Thanks, and talk to you soon.